for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
Checking out Houston, I tell you what, they've come out of the gates quite impressively here. It's a bit of a surprise considering how they played a year ago.
And if they keep playing like this, I think they've got a chance to make some serious noise in the playoffs. They've got to be very encouraged.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. Rodney Stuckey out there with George Hill. And it's Hibbert in at center. Hill dishes to Stuckey. It's back to Hill. Just 5 to shoot. Rejected by Howard. 3-on-3. Now, here's Fry. He started by Hill. He got right to the cup using that screen. Fry's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Rockets. Houston on D. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
And so it's Houston with it. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris.
A lot of his strategy is focused on Dwight Howard, and rightly so. He said, we know Dwight can do it all, and it is going to take a 5-man effort to slow him down. He can finish, block shots, rebound. The guy is almost 7 feet of pure muscle, and there is just no way to handle him one-on-one. If there is a way, the NBA hasn't discovered it yet.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Hill after the made shot from Fry. West inside. It's stolen by Jones. The pass to Harden. Fry with the ball. George picks him up. Fry. Good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. The drive by Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got his first bucket of the night.
And the layup just gift wrapped right there. He had a clear path to the basket.
Kicks it out to Harden. Up top, Fry. He started by Hill. Jones, the best to a reason. Back to Jones. Now the feed to Fry. And he lays it straight in. Fry's got 8.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
That's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here is Hill. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte.
You know what was great too, Kevin, was the way he balanced hitting his own shots. Making plays for others. How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Hibbert on the double team. It's taken away by Stuckey. Outside for George. Offline with his 3. The Rockets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Rockets dishes to a reason. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. Fifth best, the Rockets.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success from the free throw line, so I would look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Hill with it. Guarded by Fry. Offensive rebound. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Jones drives in. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by George. And it's good.
Strong rebounding. He's rewarded with the easy putback.
Indiana trailing here. Outside Hill. He feeds it to West. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. West has got his second basket of the night. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Harden left side. Jones against West. Jones kicks to Harden. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. And that one's good.
more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
So for the Rockets, Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. He comes in for Terrence Jones. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Trevor Ariza. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Hibbert. Strolla comes in for West. Chris Middleton's checked in for Rodney Stucker. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Hill. Here's McCallum. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Drills the three-pointer.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And 101 left in the first. Strolla tries to save it. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Middleton the pass to George. 6 on the shot clock.
In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chances.
McCallum dishes to Fry. He kicks it to McCallum. Passes to Fry. No good on the three. Pacers trailed by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the evening. That free throw goes short. The Pacers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's the Wizard. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Daniels in at the 2. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Hibbert kicks to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. Count the bucket. Middleton's got his first 2 points. Rockets leading by 5. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Warriors just played phenomenally. He dropped in 26 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Another strong showing from him in what has become a habit.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
They shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight. His teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of a load. A large part of what they've been able to do is centered around his offense.
Stuckey passes to West. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes long. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Hill.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And I would continue to do it. Force the defense to maybe send a double team. Now you've got other options to work with offensively.
Stuckey kicks to Middleton. A good finish at the rack off a slick feed.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Pass down in for Indiana. They won that game against Charlotte.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the game was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the offense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
So it's the Pacers now, following the score by Houston. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And let's see which big men have had the softest touch lately with this look at the leading field goal percentages among centers and power forwards in the last 10 games. Dwight Howard on top.
You know, he's gotten to the top of that list because he has a terrific array of low post moves that allows him to free himself up to get to the basket for very high percentage shots.
And not only that, Steve, we always talk about athleticism and length and speed, but strength is a factor in this game too. It allows you to finish around the goal through other people. So that's something he does well.
And it's the Rockets on the break. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. Lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly.
Here's Stuckey following the score by Houston. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
But that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
1:51 left in the second quarter. Now, here's Fry. Defense right on him. Reason is just to Fry. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Indiana making some changes. Garnett comes in. And it's George in for David West. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Rockets leading by 11. Fry with the ball. It's picked up by Hill. Howard with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State. Howard with a screen on Stuckey. Pocket 4. Here's Fry. It's rebounded by Indiana. Last time they met was in Indiana.
Well, looking back at that last game between these two teams, they lost the game. I thought the big difference was they were badly out-rebounded inside. It's so tough to win a game when you can't secure that ball.
Garnett comes over to help. And the Rockets with possession here. Jones the best to Fry. Kicks it to Daniels. A 3, and that one's good. Daniels has got 7 points here in this quarter.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Pacers trailed by 14. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the pick. Hill gets to George. Garnett with the screen for George. Misses off the left iron.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one.
Good ball movement.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Rockets ahead.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. And Roy, what do you think the team needs to do coming up in the second half?
I think we should take care of the ball on the offensive end, get back, but we got to do a better job of just controlling the pace of the game. You give a little bit of leeway, but we do a better job in that aspect.
Roy, as always, we appreciate the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these fans even more fired up. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong.
A big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from the Wizards.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Down low, Weston Hibbert. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's George in the 3 spot. And Hill over to help. It's Harden with the drive. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeout.
has got 6 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. Defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Howard with the screen on Stucky. Jones with it. West picks him up. Jones kicks to Fry. And there's the shooting dunk to finish it off. Some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Hibbert with the screen for George. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Way to play in the tap mode and get inside.
You know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Jones with the screen on Hill. Harden kicks to Fry. Here's Jones, and it's Houston with another.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Hill dishes to George. That's the screen on Ariza. George. Indiana again missing.
The rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they need them, they've got them. They really battle hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
Hill kicks to George. West setting the pick for George. Takes it from 10. That's good. George has got 17 now.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Hibbert on the double team. Here's Howard. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Pacers trailed by 17. Stucky outside. Pass to Hibbert. Back to Stucky. And low to Hill. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stucky. And that's now 6 points for Hill. Houston leading by 15. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. There's the dish to Harden. High inside. He's guarded by Hill. West with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Stucky's got the ball. Outside Hill. It's George on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Hill penetrating. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Harden right side. Ariza outside. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
That's good. The Houston is down to 11 on the bucket. From Stucky.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good there myself. That's a gimme there.
With it. It's picked up by Hill. Howard, the pass to Fry. The baseline jumper goes down. Fry's got 6 here in this quarter.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Outside Hill. George against Ariza. West kicks to George. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stucky against Harden. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Misses from close range. Pacers trailed by 13. Outside Hill. He dishes it to George. Shoots from the elbow. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Knocked away. The drive by Hill. Can't connect from short range.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
And now we have a moment to reveal our state farm for the Rockets. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Isa comes in for James Harden. And Daniels subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. They've got McCallum. Howard is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Daniels in the position. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that position.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. They have it in them, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And George, here we go. And that one's good. George has got 19 points.
Well, he had tight separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job taking advantage of that.
Dry dishes to McCallum. Ariza, right side. Houston needs to get a shot. Fry, good. 24 points for him. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break. I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Kevin Garnett sacrificing his body on the defender there.
Rockets leading by 9. Fry passes to Howard. And he hangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth. Even on a power finish like that.
Yeah, that's part of what makes him unique, a combination of power and polish.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Covington with the bucket.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 P's, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
The shot by George, wide open. Those 3-pointers off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Houston making some changes. Checked in for Robert Covington. And James Harden subbed in for McCallum. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Joey Hillert's checked in for Garnett. West comes in for Luis Scola. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Rockets.
Man, they keep piling up the assists. Great ball movement.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Hill kicks to George. It's back to Hill. Poke loose. Here's Hibbert on the money from 12 feet away.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help. He barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
Harden's shot is good.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight, far superior, is their passing.
Agreed. Look at the points. They're getting a lot of baskets off of assists. The offense is really clicking.
Here's George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Got a lot of momentum going with his own game. He's been great today and just as hot as he was last time.
That's good.
This is what they wanted. To announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. I think it could be
shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
This win will give them the sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-game.
Yeah, Steve, it'll mean a lot to them just the same, though. Anytime you go undefeated against an opponent, that's a sweet feeling.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the Wizard. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
On deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 16. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. That's at 5 from 18. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Rockets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. A pointer. Pacers with the rebound.
And this game is finally getting away from them.
Yep, it has gotten away. There's not really anything they can do now.
Outside, George. Shot from the wing. Harden grabs the miss.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
Fry, that's for 2. Off target with that shot.